Hello everyone. It's been almost a year since my voice reveal and I said I would use my microphone again. I did that voice reveal for my birthday, and now here I am, almost a complete year older. Took a while, but I'm here. I'm doing it. I was actually supposed to do something like this a little while ago. Last week I tried to record and my footage corrupted. And I couldn't do anything about it. I tried a lot of things to recover it, but it just didn't work. But I fixed it. I'm here now. I got everything set up in a better way. I know what to do and what not to do, and yeah. So we're doing this. We're doing it. So I asked my patrons what I should draw for this, and they wanted me to draw Angel. You know, the albino Enderman of mine. I already drew Angel for the last one. And I asked again, and they still want Angel, so here we go. We just drawing Angel again. I planned a little bit of what I wanted to draw, and I'm gonna try and draw it again, but better. You know. Let's see. Right. Yeah, right there. That's a good spot. Right here. I always start off with a circle, even though they're all the Minecraft mobs. They're square-headed. I don't know. I like the circle. Circle helps. It's I don't do full blocky squares. I do it kind of rounded off, like a pillow almost. I actually and if anyone here knows Little Big Planet, you know Sackboy has the almost squarish kind of head. That's what I base their head shapes off of. That's how I do it. The eyes are just big old circles, something like that. I always do the little crosshair in the middle of the face. But it's more of a suggestion than anything. I don't always follow it. I don't always get stuff right the first time either. As you can see. Big ol' eyeballs. Eyelashes. And a smile. She has a single, lip tooth on her right. It's not like an actual tooth. Endermen, they don't have, or at least the way I do them, they have two sets of teeth almost. They have normal teeth on the inside of their mouth, and then they have this pseudo tooth here. Depending on the Enderman, they have different, amounts of them. So if her teeth were closed, her real teeth, it'd be like that. That's horrible. I'm putting that away. Angel, because she was stranded in the caves, she gets herself a pretty flower for a hat. And yeah, it's she's stranded in the, what are they called? The lush caves. And she uses a spore bloom as a hat. I saw somebody, I forgot where I saw it exactly. I'm sure multiple people have done it, but they put an Enderman and have a spore bloom right above their head, and it looks like a hat, and that's where I got that idea from. Angel here, she's a little cray-cray. She's a cray-cray girl boss. I like to think she goes in whatever caves that she's in, she goes rambling through all the loot and just takes whatever she wants out of it. Take a look at it, get bored of it, toss it away. You know, throw the diamonds in a lava pool because what's she supposed to do with those? So my idea here was that she went looking and found herself a pair of pants. You know, some iron leggings or something. I forgot how I draw iron leggings. It's okay, I get the idea across, that's all I need. She thinks she's all fashionable with them. These player pants, she calls them. Endermen, they have these really weird proportions to them. In a normal human, the elbow is lined up with the hip part, between the ribs and the part of the hip that sticks out. That's where the elbow lines up, right next to the belly. In Enderman, it's their elbow is way further down. So and their wrists are near their ankles. So all their proportions when they're trying to put their hands on their hips and stuff is different. And it's really weird, especially if you're trying to draw an Enderman with their hands anywhere, at their head, their elbows just jut out super far. Let's see, there we have her. Let me fix this leg over here. See, I make sketches and I make them super messy because you cannot, even if you make a mess, you can always clean it up. Sometimes that is the best way for me to get stuff done. I make a mess, I make sense of the mess, and then I make the mess look better. There we go. She's modeling some enchanted iron pants. Pants? They're not pants, what are they? Leggings, right? I don't know. I'll remember later. For our next drawing, we have... yeah. So since she's trapped in the cave, she made friends with a warden. I think I named him... what'd I name him? Was it like... no, William's the name they had on like the Minecraft channel. I don't... I think it started with a J. But she's always trying to make him happy. You know, make him smile. Why he tolerates her shenanigans and nonsense, I don't know. I literally do not have a lore reason for it. He just does. They're besties. They're besties and you can't tell me they aren't. Because they are. They are besties. I have his little ear things coming out. No, it's more like yeah, there we go. More like this. What do we call these? Are they ears? Are they antennae? Antenna? Whatever? Antlers? Something like that. Just have her over here, peeking over his shoulder. Big ol' smile. Almost. 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 There we go. Just gotta keep doing it till you like what you see. How you fix it. And then her flower. Something like that. I'll fix it up later. Sometimes I do more than one sketch layer. Sometimes art takes as long as you want it to take. Unless you're on a schedule. In which case... yeah. I didn't know what I was gonna say there. So I got those two. I only had 3 planned out for today. I tried like, the last one was like a full art piece. This time I just wanted to do sketches. I like doing like silly sketches and stuff. Like I can draw realistic. I can draw like realism and things, but I don't really enjoy realism as much as like the little silly stuff. Like you can draw the real world, but the real world is always there. I always know what the real world looks like. I want to do the silly, goofy stuff that you're not, the stuff that just, you look at it and you're just like, wow, that sure is goofy. Speaking of goofy, over here is my favorite idea that I had. In both of these I have her looking way off to the side. I just realized that. Funny. Petal coming down over her face. I'll fix this all up later. I already said that. But just a reminder. Do the sketch first and then make it look pretty later. You try to make it look pretty all at once, sometimes you're just gonna stress yourself out. I'm doing this for fun. Because I like fun stuff. Art is fun. The characters are fun. So my favorite little idea I had here. Angel. Little goofy person. Goofy lady. Holding up a fellow goofy person. No, it's not me. It's Beanie. And have his funny little creeper smile right there. His smile reminds me of like Bugs Bunny. Have you ever taken a close look at the way Bugs Bunny's mouth is made? It looks a lot like this. It's like the little ends of his smile being all the way over here. I'll show it. I'll show it in edit. You'll see what I mean. And have him just kind of like, you know, people like hold up a cat. Like I know a creeper is just like the feet are at the bottom. It's not really like much of a body to hang down, but have his. I want to do it like a cat. When you hold up a cat and like their front feet are up here, his little back feet are just kind of. You can see like the bottom of his foot here. That's where the little toes go. And then other foot should be like that. The way I draw, I know some people, they say like the creeper, like the toes should be like on this side, you know, towards the center of the body, because they're like front facing, just like the front feet are. But like I saw a long time ago, I was in the store and I saw this little creeper figure that the feet were on the back were facing backwards, and I thought that made a lot more sense. Like it's kind of like almost like a spider in a sense. I just always liked the way that looked better. I found out today, not today, I found out a while ago that bats, their back legs are backwards. Like their knees, like, you know, like people, they see like birds and stuff and like, it looks like their knees are backwards, but that's actually their ankles. If you compare the bones in a bird's leg to a human's leg, what looks like a backwards knee on a bird's leg is actually the ankle. Same as it would be on a human, just that, you know, they walk on their toes. But bats, their legs literally are just like rotated backwards, or like almost backwards at least. See, I never knew that. These are the things they don't teach you in school. And then we have, yep, that about finishes the sketch. Yeah. So it's all rough looking right now, but I'm about to fix it up. Just make another layer. Make this one a little. See, I like just using my sketch brush to do the line art. I have a line art brush, but you know. See, I just like the way like the sketch brush, like the line art itself looks. Like my specific brush for line art is just like a full solid line. I think maybe I made the petals stick up too much. Let me see. Fix it like that, that, and that, like a strawberry. I like the way that the sketch brush looks better. There we go. The only problem with using this brush is that it's like feathery towards the end. You see how it's like super dark over here, but then it gets lightened up over here. It makes it a little finicky when you try to do the bucket, you know, fill in all the color. Last time I tried to do this, it messed up, and I learned a lot from it. You know, there's like a lot of things that go into making a video that you don't like think about as like someone watching a video. But then once you start making one yourself, it's just like, there's so much more that goes into it than you think. When I first even thought about becoming a YouTuber, I didn't realize all this stuff was happening, because, you know, obviously I was like a little kid, but, you know, you have to have like the recording software, and especially for like video games, I didn't even know what a capture card was. You gotta have all the recording software, you gotta have editing software. I mean, people didn't really edit stuff back then as much. You know, you just record it in one go and then you post it. But like, no, nowadays you can have like editing and everything. You also gotta think about like the technical aspect of it, like whether what all your devices can do. I didn't know before trying this, or like, you know, the time that it messed up. I didn't realize I can record my screen and my voice, but also listen to music, all on the same device, and it all works. Nobody told me I could do that. Yeah, it's been a nice experience. I'm almost kind of glad the first one messed up. Almost. It's a lot of work for nothing, you know? I was real excited for. It didn't work, but it's okay. Something I like to say when building in Minecraft and when drawing, for every pixel lost, it can be replaced. You know, every line that gets erased, you can redraw it. Every block that gets broken, you can replace it. Unless you're in survival mode and it's like bedrock or something, but like, what are the chances of that happening, okay? Just take the analogy and be happy. Just be happy. Don't overcomplicate it. Overcomplicating is bad. It takes the fun out of things a lot. You keep it simple. That was the title of one of my videos. Fix this eyelash, it's a little too thin. There we go. And so that's that one done. Well, eyebrows. I like adding eyebrows. They make it look better. She's styling on them. She really is styling on them. I post my art on the YouTube. It used to be called the community tab, but now they just call it posts now. It's weird. If you look on the post tab, I make a post there every Friday, and I don't think people are gonna know that unless I say it outright in a video. There's a lot of things I say in my post that, like, people, I think it gets largely ignored. I get it, you know, TLDR and all that. But you know, I write the posts. I write a little bit of something about the post, about like the picture itself, and then I write something about what I think about it. And I think a lot of people just see, ooh, pretty picture, and then they don't read the whole thing. I put the whole thing there for a reason. There's important information in the whole thing. But yeah, if you want to see like a lot more of my art, just check out the post tab every Friday. Every Friday. Useful stuff there. I've thought about like other stuff I can do on the channel, like shorts. Shorts are pretty, you know, easy, I guess. You know, I animate something and it's like, it's not very taxing, you know, mentally or whatever, on time and everything. Like, I surprise myself sometimes. I think I'm gonna work on something for like a couple days, and I get it all done in like 5 hours, and I just, you know, why didn't I do that sooner? I've been thinking about like, I want to do gaming. Like, I have a capture card and everything. I don't know whether I should put, if I record myself playing video games, should I put it on my main channel or should I start a new channel? Cause like, you know, there's like issues when it comes to like, you have a channel like based or centered around one topic and then you try to do another. Like, it kind of messes it up a little bit, you know? The flow, the algorithm, the YouTube doesn't know what you post anymore, and they start like, so you tell me what you think. Should I make a separate gaming channel, or should I just go ahead and play whatever I want and put it on the main channel? Tell me your ideas. Over here, he's a happy guy. Angel is also very happy. Beanie's happiness, he's just like very clueless sometimes, you know? Like, ignorance is bliss, and little dude is an ecstasy. Angel's just happy just to be happy. She's really going through it, you know? Like, she's like trapped in a whole other dimension. She's trapped in a cave in another dimension. She can't teleport. Like, that's like a lot of bad things on her plate. But she's happy. Because she's crazy. But that's okay. Because sometimes it's okay to be crazy. And TNT is her favorite block because it's pretty. She likes the colors. She doesn't know that it explodes, but you know, she'll find out soon enough. There's some things about like the lore, like one of the things that I mention a lot, I've mentioned before in multiple places, is that like, so like Angel, she's an Enderman, but she is lady. I often have people, they ask me like, wouldn't she be an Ender woman, not an Ender man? But I like to think of it as like, you know, we're humans. It has man in the name. But that doesn't mean we're all men, right? So even though she's a girl, she's still an Enderman because it's like human Enderman, you know, just how it works. You know, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm running out of things to talk about. Like, when I draw, normally I'm really quiet. I don't say anything at all. What am I as like a non-social person doing on social media? I'm gonna fix this leg. This leg position looks a little weird to me. See, my idea for creepers is they have little pads on the bottom of their feet, like, you know, like a dog, like how dogs and cats have little paw pad things. I imagine creepers have ones that are like in the shape of like a creeper's mouth in the game. Maybe it like helps them in staying quiet when they sneak up on players. And now for his dopey little smile. I'm gonna move the eyes a little bit. There we go. Look how happy he is. Just a little guy. Okay, then I think it's time for color. And I keep all my color. See, here's when I need the line brush. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. I keep all my colors, all my like Minecraft character colors. I keep them right here. Now here is the funny part. I can select, but like, see how it's like it gets, because the sketch brush is feathery, it misses and like it leaks. The color leaks from this little area right here when it gets all feathery. So you can't always rely on it when you're doing the like bucket tool. Some places you can, and it works perfectly fine. You can adjust how much, like, I don't know how many of you out there have Procreate, but like you click an area and you press and hold and keep your pencil down. You just slide it and it adjusts how much you wanna, how strong you want the selection to be. See, maybe this just isn't something you want to do select on. In which case, just make another layer under the line art and just outline it. Works just as well. I mean, I shouldn't have colored that part in. Just like that. Easy peasy. Don't make life harder for yourself if you don't need to. No point in it. I do a lot of focusing when I'm drawing. I don't know. There's thoughts, but they're not thoughts that can necessarily be like spoken aloud. Sometimes speaking and drawing at the same time, it doesn't work together. Like maybe my brain uses the same part of it to draw as it does to like speak. Because you can see right there, I was stuttering over myself because I was drawing while talking at the same time. Is there science behind that? Is it scientifically proven that drawing and speaking at the same time like messes up the highways, the neural pathways in the brain or something? I'm still just trying to figure out how to stay entertaining because I don't have anything else in my brain to say. I don't know, maybe like weird facts I learned? Things I didn't learn in middle school science? Okay, you wanna know a fun fact? Birds have crazy lungs, okay? Nobody ever told me this. I had to look it up myself. I don't even know why I looked it up, but like bird lungs are not just like two lungs. They're like, they have like the two lungs, but then they have like a bunch of like extra mini lungs coming off of them. And it's insane. I went my whole life not knowing birds breathe like that. It's like they breathe in and the air goes into their lungs. And when they exhale, instead of the air going back out of their lungs, it goes into one of the little mini lungs. And then it just cycles through. It's weird. But it's the most efficient way to breathe because birds use a lot of oxygen when they fly. And I feel like that's something they should have taught me, you know, back when we were learning about animals and, you know, ecosystems and everything. Why did that never come up in the lesson plan? Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but you never learned that like birds have crazy efficient lungs. The most efficient lungs in the animal kingdom. The most efficient lungs in the animal kingdom, and that flies under the radar? How do you just keep that secret? How do you just not tell me about that? I forgot her eyebrows. I'm gonna put those back. Maybe I need somebody here to talk with me while I'm drawing. How on earth I'm gonna manage to pull that off when I don't want to talk? See, it's not that I don't like, I don't know. I'm shy. I don't know how many of you know that. I am quite shy. Which is part of the reason I didn't do this for so long. Let's see, any other weird facts I know? Yeah, I don't know. I'm too focused to think of weird facts right now. Just enjoy the art, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't put the eyeliner on. Yeah, that's better. Need to darken the background a little bit. I cannot see her. She literally glows in the dark. My idea is that Enderman blood is like bioluminescent, and because she's albino, she doesn't have the pigment in her skin to hide it from, like, you know, just glowing through like normal Enderman. I think they have, what is it? Obsidian. They have obsidian in their skin, and it blocks out the light from their blood. But because Angel lacks that she glows everywhere she goes, which makes it easy for her to see in caves, or anyone to see in caves. Walking torch. I just realized I forgot the ribs. I forgot to put the ribs on the board. That's like one of the most important features. See, that's part of the reason I like drawing. Just by myself, just relaxing. Nobody's staring at you, watching every mistake you make. You can just pretend you did it perfect the first time. Honestly though, what am I supposed to talk about while doing this? Like, it's just coloring. I guess time lapses are good. Just can do a time lapse. Not a whole lot to say. Not a whole lot of ideas. Just zone out. A lot of my like lore ideas I get just from zoning out. Just sit somewhere, stare at a wall for like an hour, and all of a sudden I've generated like a masterpiece. The most amazing plot twist to ever grace the earth. And it all happens while I'm staring at the microwave waiting for my pasta to heat up. Okay, I think that does it for the color. Now we do the shading and the highlights. Hooray! Doing all this feels weird. But you know, the whole point of it is for me to get used to it. So it's okay. I'll get used to it. Let's see. Let's see, pick a shadow color. Just take her normal skin color, make it darker and a little more color. How's that? Yeah, that's just about the same as her eyeliner. Whatever it's called. You know what we can do is sneaky. We can just go up here, take this, and then we do it. Nope, that's too light. Try this one. And add more saturation. And how does that look? Yeah, better. I made the shadow too dark. that's good for the shading. I mean, I'm really gonna have to get used to this. A lot of that's gonna be a time lapse. What are we thinking for a background? Most of the time I just put her on a gray background anyway because she's in the cave, so... Yeah, I guess a little cave theme. A little cave theme we could do. Let's try... This is where we start getting experimental. I like doing this thing. Whatever it's called. It's probably a term for it. When you do this weird blur thing. Like... that, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, something like that. And gonna have... Okay, to kind of frame each little doodle, we kind of have like what looks like a cave in the background. Stalactites, stalagmites, whatever, and maybe some like blocky looking structures. Something like that. Maybe? See, this is the more interesting part because not even I know what's happening. I have to explain because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe full color. Put this on top. Yeah, something like that, and then I can do something like this and make it more cave-like. Looks good to me. Let's see. What about over here? It's a weird-looking cave. I think this is working. I think this is working. Maybe a little bit of perspective in this cave. A little weird looking, but I did it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then this one, you can't really see much in there. Yeah, that'll do it. Good enough. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else I can put here, honestly. I'm pretty happy with it. I think the text needs to stand out a little better. Alright. Maybe I can put in little speckles from, like, you know, ores. Some redstone. Redstone speckles, maybe? Yeah, that works. Doesn't have to be too detailed. I think it's a little too bright, though. Just a little bit of... a few little blocks here and there. Let's add some life to the cave. And add some lapis. Doesn't have to be super detailed, because it's part of the background. And nobody cares about the background as much. It's not the main idea. It shouldn't draw attention away. Add some gold. I don't know all the ores off the top of my head. I just know that gold looks like bigger and blobbier. I remember back when all the ores looked practically the same. Same shape, I think. Let's see. Iron. It has like this weird, almost flesh tone type of color to it. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like pink. I mean, that looks nothing like pink, but you know, brownish, pinkish, reddish color. Yeah. And then I think we should make her glow. Add a pink glow to her. Yeah. And then we can add some color to the mobs to show that she's like, you know, glowing. Not exactly how I want it, but you know, it's okay. It gets the idea across, that's all I care about. That's about finished, I think. Yeah, I say that, but then I always find something afterward that I know I only realize afterward that I missed it. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because the idea is across, and even if I miss something, you get the point. You get the point, it's okay. And now we find a good place to put the watermark. Just slap it, like... Should I put it on all of them? I think I'll put it on all of them. One right... Well, let's see. One right there. One right there. And one... Be sneaky. Right there. And then find a good place to make a signature. I'll do that right in the middle. I have a stamp for my signature, but I just put that on, like, you know, really quick stuff. But because this one is special, I'm gonna sign it for real. Yeah, there we go. Wait. See, that's, I told you. The one little thing I want to add every time. You add the little, whoops. Yeah. I like adding those little shines to the eyes because it really makes them look alive. You know what I mean. I think that does it. So, I can do this, but like, I feel like I need more practice. Things I need to work on. I need to work on talking more. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing this. Give me ideas for anything else to do, I guess. You know, things to draw. You know, patrons get first pick. Okay, I'm sorry, that's just how it is. But yeah, oh, I guess I should say like and sub. Join my Patreon, follow me on Kara, and yeah, thanks for watching.